Wow, it's green. Holy Toledo, it's green. It's beaut. Gee, amazing.
So many people here to honor people that have put a lot of their life into the school district and for these kids. And so what we got is Bishop, yourself, and I'm just going to tell you, please save some room because the desserts are unbelievable. But we'll start with desserts. Let's give them a big round of applause. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and just for those younger staff that are here, we're going to introduce some of the all of the retirees, and just so you put a name with a face when you hear us talking smack about them in school, you know who we're referring to. So first of all, it's great to see Beth Lentz, who was a nurse for a long time. Stand up, raise your hand. Thanks, Beth. Former art teacher. It's hard for me to say this. To me, it's Mrs. Cantine, but Loretta Cantine, right back there, language arts. I think it was 7th grade, right? Yeah. Brad Olson, 6th grade.
Yeah.
One of the first volleyball coaches in school, track, did a lot of coaching. My geometry teacher, Mr. Les Bloom. Kathy Sussex, who was our opportunity room teacher. I think you all know Swenny, right? Eric Swenson. Jerry Janich, ag teacher. Shelley Smith, retired from the kitchen. Where you at, Shelley? Tech Ed, middle school language arts, social studies.
Social studies in 6th grade.
All right, raise your hand. Everybody can see Paula back there. Paula is Clee Brackey, who was my woodshop teacher. Clee, raise your hand.
Renaming all of the subjects so that I don't even recognize what people are teaching. My area is sawdust science.
Teaching the sawdust science, all right. My high school principal, Mr. Bergen. We've changed things with graduation a little bit. We're a little nicer, and they don't have to come in until, we said, 7:55. And of course, it doesn't matter if it's 12, 1, 2, 3, the same ones are late. And I'm standing in the lobby, Mr. Downs is standing there, and they come in, I said, you know what? The old principal would have told you to go home. And I looked at Justin and said, I got to be careful with old. I said, the previous principal. Doris Bergen, his wife, was a middle school math, correct? I was St. Lawrence. Did I miss anyone? Who? Yeah, you knew that. Yeah, Rick Swenson, 2. Boyd Sussex, social studies, PE, finished up as AD. So, all of you. Thank you for coming. It means a lot, kind of the extended family, and to try to pass on some of the history of how this district became so strong, such a good place to raise kids, a good place to educate kids. So we're going to just introduce, and right here I'm going to have Mr. Schooler, or who's coming up?
Oh, that's me.
Schubert, let's go.
Smells up. Okay, Galmer, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, we're good then. So, for the retired teachers that don't know who I am, I'm Alan Schubert. I've taught 7th grade geography now for the past 5 years, and 4 years ago, Cheryl Reiner came to to our building after schooler decided to be an athletic director. It's fine. But it was really great. I'm really sure he misses teaching English. Cheryl has been great. If it's from having the kids come into my room and tell me, Miss Schubert, did you know that Mrs. Ryder would just go away from her house and ride horses at 9? And I was like, yes, I've heard Mrs. Ryder's crazy stories. I'm learning something new every day about Cheryl. She's been great to be across the hall from. I'm gonna cry, Cheryl. Man, I was not the person to pick. Really, Cheryl, you've been like a second mom. Kind of taken me under your wing. Because I'm trying to get adopted in the family. And you've been great to work with, and anytime I have struggles, or, there's something we gotta figure out with the student, you're right there to bounce ideas off of. And I'm just, gosh, I don't want to cry, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna miss you, and it's gonna be different, but I thank you for the 4 years that we were given, so I can't talk anymore. Thank you, Cheryl.
Sharon Bogenreith.
Everyone that you know, 34 years, correct? 34 years in the district.
Okay, let's see if I can get through this. So, October of '99, I take the position at the high school. Jan Lischke's there, and Elaine Wills at the elementary, and Sharon's at the middle school. That time, we were not connected building-wise. So, I'm the baby of the bunch. I enjoy being the youngest one. Then each one of them keeps leaving me. So I guess now I'll have to be the old lady of the bunch when Sharon is. But thank you, Sharon, for everything. It's always nice to have that person, just like Allie said, that you can go to no matter what. Our families, our kids. We've been through a lot. And I am going to really miss you, just like I know the staff will too. And been a lot of different things, stories maybe that I can't share as much. Our favorite thing is usually, right back the first week, we get wax out of the school. Well, that's all right. We can sneak up there at 9 o'clock at night when no one's around. We figured out the tricks of how to get across the floor. Nobody knows who's been in mud or whatever. If you're ever building a house, I will tell you this, make sure that she doesn't know that, because she likes to leave you things in your house as you're building houses and take pictures, along with a few of her other friends that could be quite mischievous. But thank you, Sharon. Thank you from me, the staff, for everything you've done for all of us.
Sharon, first of all, Allie does need to be adopted. She graduated from Sisson, and everyone's trying to she's now a bulldog through and through. And yes, it shows Cheryl wasn't with us for a short time, but made a big impact. She was a big part of that 7th grade team. She'd been, kind of the rock of that team, the most experienced person. Then we brought Jackson in to help out too. But Cheryl was very helpful with that team, and she'll be missed greatly as they move forward. But we'll have to move forward without her, I guess. And for Sharon, when I started, Sharon was a middle school principal. She bossed me around then. She bossed me around still, which is good. I need a lot of help, and she's been there to help me with a lot of things that I need help with. And yet, I don't know what I don't know, so now when she leaves me, I'm going to have to figure this out on my own a little bit. Hopefully Tammy will fill in some of the gaps as we work with the new person to keep me under control. So again, thanks, Sharon. Appreciate it. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
To the first one, because the rest of the kitchen staff are chickens unless they're going to come out. I didn't think so. Deb Underwood has been a rock. It's hard to explain. I enjoy going to school every day, but I enjoy going early. And I sit in the lounge and Mr. Schooler comes a little bit later, but that's kind of been my time to sit there, and then Deb comes in and we talk. And I'm going to miss that. I value you as a friend. I admire you for the way you did your job. You garnered a lot of respect from not just staff, but from kids. And Deb was with us, what I say, 34 years. Okay? And honest to gosh, I've been in other schools, and we have the best lunch program around. And so we wish you nothing but the best. She's headed down to Sioux Falls. Two of the boys are in Sioux Falls, the one is in Yankton, and the grandkids are there, and that's what makes life go around for us, is our grandkids. So from me, from the staff, you don't replace people like you. John's going to come in, he's going to do his best, but it's not going to be the same. And we appreciate everything you did for us, for the kids, and what you meant to this district. So thank you, and the best of luck. Julie, you crying yet? You're going to. Okay. All right. Julie knows. Was an elementary teacher when I got here, guidance, and Princess Howell decided to retire. For those who don't know, Princess Howell was Judy Howell, and she was the queen, I shouldn't say princess, the queen of prom. And she was our facts teacher at that time, and that's one of those areas that a lot of schools cut. And it's so important in this day and age, nutrition that these kids learn it. I think the nurses, Mrs. Fisher would agree with me, I've never seen so much irritable bowel syndrome in my life. These kids, because of their diets, serious. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But anyway, so we didn't want to give up facts. I take great pleasure in hearing parents complain about that, excuse my language, that damn baby that the kids brought home for the weekend, that cries, it's time, and I don't know, I think Mrs. Knowles can time it just right, just to play with everybody and irritate them. But she came over reluctantly, and I understand you're in a building for a long time, and you have your comfort zone, and high school kids can be scary for some people, and for the rest of us, elementary kids scare the crap out of us. So, it's the middle school kids, yeah. Come on, school, do something like that. All right. Anyway, but 36 years later, it was, would you say, 1 year prior to Millbank? In Chester. And then Millbank, and finished full-time facts. I used to be home ec, now it's family and consumer science, and took it and absolutely ran with it. Talk about our teachers to try to make classes relative to the kids. And she's doing things from TV, Cake Wars. This year it was the food truck she added to it. Mr. Allmendinger will swear by Carter Berger's chicken that he made was the best stuff he'd ever had. You don't even have it, okay. Do you taste any of their stuff?
Yeah, I do.
You do, okay.
The rule is you have to take a bite to be played.
Like to be played. Those of you retirees remember, when the school was built, they hadn't done the research on the impact of colors. And so everything was bright yellow, bright red, and that's what the kitchens were, and the tables. And Julie, it was awesome, because there's kids that will forever be able to say, I did that. They took those old round tables and redesigned and painted the greatest designs on those things. And we have a remodeled kitchen, and it's beautiful. I mean, this community, the way they support the school, I think Mr. Downs mentioned in the last 5 years, we've done 25 million in capital projects. And we tell our kids, they get used to it. It's not normal, okay? But what you've done for for me, personally. You've made us look really good. You've filled a void for a lot of kids. There are a lot of kids that hate to see you go, but we understand it's the next exciting stage of life. That she's getting ready for a wedding this summer, right? The boys are here, Caleb, Isaac, and Josie, soon to be part of the family, and we're glad you guys could make it. But for all your time and effort, Julie, we're going to miss you, but wish you nothing but the best. Anybody on the mic?
Hey,
Ian on the mic?
hey, I want to say there's not one thing in my life that literally I have never had the emotions broke up. There's never been, like, you know how, okay. Did you know that there's never been something so crazy, you know, it's like someone gets a new car? But in my life, Millbank, we got hosted Special Olympics, and then a couple of years last year, my mom, all the whole school, and I got my birthday. Everyone was in on it except me, and it was crazy. So yeah, it was crazy, and it's just like Millbank is kind of like Mall of America. People make you feel good, and I like my life, and the other thing, Travis Lester, and he likes me, and I like Millbank, and it's like Mr. Staza, he's an interesting card game. Okay, there you go.
I don't like Mall of America. All right.
Job, Ian.
Help desserts. Again, everybody, thank you. Yeah, please. Have the retirees come up, please. All three of you together.
Cheryl.
4 of you. Come on.
Deb. Julie. We did not retire. We graduated. I finally, after 34 years, 37, 34. Pause. Did everybody hear what I said? Yeah. Okay. And 4. So just here. 4 just here. That's okay. That's okay. So add all, and math teachers, add that up how many years? Lots. I can't think. 107 years with just us. Now can you imagine if we'd had Mr. Bergen, Mrs. Bergen, and everybody else, how many years we spent in education? Ridiculous. One more thing? No, I got 2 more things. When we came, we were strangers, but we're all leaving as friends. The other thing is, thank you. I just wanted to say I agree with Sharon. I am an outsider. I'm not in Millbank. I don't live here. And the community really did welcome me. And I agree with Sharon that when I leave, I will leave with lifelong friends and colleagues. So, thank you.
Piggyback to what Mr. Schooler said, once we opened up and our arms to the Sisseton people, we'll take anybody. Just for you that don't know Mr. Olson's Sisseton too. Oh, and so is Lisa 3.
Okay, so when I was doing the pros and cons of should I retire or should I not, this is one of the ones I thought, don't retire because then I get stuck doing this. But anyway, so I decided that One of the more interesting classes I have this for the last couple of years is Adulting 101. So this is my Adulting 101 advice to all of you. 1, always wear sunscreen. I'm donating my body to science little chunks at a time. It's very expensive and it looks gross. And it kind of hurts just for a little while. But, you know, sunscreen at your age, it would have prevented some of that. Of course, when I was that age, we were doing baby oil to get fried, and it was not a good thing. And now my kids are, the other day we're talking about, well, didn't you use sunscreen? I don't think we had sunscreen back then. I don't think we did.
One thing I've learned working in the lunch department is you have to have very thick skin, because everybody's a food critic. And you have to have a lot of self-control, because it would be really easy to go on Facebook and just, you know, there's a lot of comments and stuff goes around, and it'd be very easy to go on there and just blast somebody. When I started, we drank whole milk. We got truckloads of butter, truckloads of peanut butter, and now, Justin, salt is a 4-letter word. It is not allowed anywhere in the kitchen. But I don't know where the last 33 years have went, but I've enjoyed my job. I've never hated the thought of coming. Every now and then I'd be like, yeah, I could really use a snow day. But I consider you guys my family, especially after this year. So yeah, I intend on going to Sioux Falls and enjoying those kids and those grandkids.
I've seen Lisa go over the counter and grab a kid before, so she doesn't hold back. Well, thanks everybody.
Okay, I know where you're going, and I need a little advice here. Because I really don't know how to do this.